All right, what up, good people? Welcome back to the No Kap Podcast. Tonight in this episode, we're going to be talking about a whole lot of current events, some of the craziness that's been going on in the world lately. I know y'all hip to it, but we want to share our knowledge on it and share our things, especially, amidst this whole coronavirus stuff. But yeah, man, I'm not sure if y'all heard about this whole, what was going on, Drew?
It was who first reported it was where I heard it first. I'm not going to say who first reported it, but where I heard it from, it was on Joe Budden podcast, and he was talking about one of the producers on there. Well, he was credited as one of the producers on there, and they were pretty much saying that, he was asking for a certain percentage of the podcast because, he was doing like all the editing and producing and stuff like that. I don't know what his relationship was with Gilly and Wallow, like behind the scenes, but I know that he was like a personality on the podcast, and I know he was asking them for a certain percentage, and Gilly was like, no. And then, because I think Gilly and them, they offered them like, now this is, according to like Joe Budden podcast, that he was offered 50 to like 75,000 or something like that. A year, just to, edit and produce like the podcast. So, later on, Gilly said some of that information wasn't true, but, he was pretty much, asking for demands that they wasn't, really going to meet like that. And then, I like before we had started, we was listening to Gilly talk about, Maul from the Joe Budden podcast and how he had called him and stuff like that. And there's another guy on there named Rory. Mm-hmm. And Rory, he was pretty much saying like, Rory was pretty much saying like, yo, if they worked for, or if he worked, the guy, Devin, if he worked for, them for, 85 episodes and wasn't getting paid for it, and once they got the money, like they was trying to, lock him into a certain amount a year and not bring him in as a partner. He said, nah, they should be paying him for the, those 80 or something episodes that they shot before, and he wasn't getting paid for it. So
no, my thing going it was the way Gilly broke it down was that the bull was getting paid already. He was getting his check already that he was making the engineer and all of that, right? Mm. They decided to bring him into the show and actually become one of the people on the show, and they wind up cutting him in on it. They brought him in. Before he was just doing what he was doing, and they was paying him a little paycheck for it already. So he was already getting paid for what he was doing already. Once they decided to bring him into into the equation or whatever, he wanted to do all this extra shit. You know what I mean? They like, come on. What happened at first was he wanted to get a lawyer and do all this extra shit and get all involved in all that. So Gilly and I'm like, wait. We ain't even trying to do all that shit. It's bad. It's bad enough we cutting you in. Now you want to do all this. You know what? Forget it. We don't even want to cut you in. And then that's how everything got started. And I feel him because it's like now all of a sudden we help. Now it's all this extra. If we didn't help or we didn't try to help or nothing like that, it wouldn't have been no attention. Nobody wouldn't even say nothing about it. We could have just left him starving. But once we attempted to try to help him, it went left, and now we the bad guys. How y'all feel about that?
So y'all said that he was already getting paid when he was doing like the producing and the editing of the podcast. He was getting paid for that already, right?
He wasn't doing all that. He was just the engineer or whatever. He was getting a check. He was getting a set check for that already. And then once Gilly and them let him, on a live YouTube, they was, people sending donations. They was chipping them in on that. And then they was breaking them down off of what they would make off the joint. And they didn't even have to do it. They was just doing it off
the strength. So they made him a personality on the podcast, aside from him being the producer of it or like the engineer. And then so he cut from that as well. Like he wanted a specific percentage, is what y'all saying? Being as though that he's now a personality, not only being an engineer. I mean,
that's speculation about the percentage. He like off Joe Budden and them podcast, he was saying that he was asking for like 15%.
How many of them?
That's all speculation. We don't know if that's true or not.
How many personalities on the podcast?
When they podcast,
originally it was just Gillian Wallow, but I mean, like Pat said, they brought him in. He wasn't like originally
as a recurring person or as like a guest star for a couple episodes, or he was like a recurring, like an actual, you know what I mean?
No, he was basically, once you on the show and then once people fall in love with you, they see you, they like, you know what? You family, we're going to bring you in. We're going to bring you on. You know what I mean? And then he just got too ahead of himself real fast. Like, and they like, oh, like, all right, like, you know what? We're going to regret, like, maybe we shouldn't have helped
you. Right.
Like Quon, like, look at this, right? It's like, all right, like say we all family on this job, right? So let's just say we all got specific roles. So if me and Pat was just doing this and we just had you over in the corner just holding the camera and like working the soundboard and we all talking, and then one episode we bring you in and then the people like, yo, like, all right, yeah, we really like him. Y'all might as well just, you know what I'm saying, have him come back. So once they see that type of like reaction, that's when they was just like, all right, yeah, cool. We just going to have him on. Like he'll be sitting off to the side. He won't be in the main shot. But when he talking, like we'll just pan to him so we can see him. So it was like more so of that type of thing. But it wasn't like he like started the whole like podcast. That was Gillian Wallow.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, maybe he was asking for just a little bit too much, depending on how much he was asking for, or if he was trying to bring like lawyers and all of that. But if he
tried, let me not talk while you talking.
Bringing more viewers, he's bringing more money. If they make money from it, then yeah, I feel like he should probably get a cut. You know what I'm saying? For what he is bringing to it. You know what I'm saying? But not nothing like too crazy. You know what I'm saying?
No, but the whole time though, they was ready to break bread with him. It's just that once he did, you know how we are in Philly. Once you do that, and boy not a Philly nigga, so he don't know how we operate. Once we put you on and you try to do something too extra, it's like we start regretting. It's like, come on, bro, just ride the wave. Like, yeah, just ride the wave. That's like me giving you a bike and you like, yo, what about that helping in the house that you got?
Yeah,
nigga, I don't even want to give you the bike no more. But see, I think it went left with Joe Budden and them is that they start talking about, they start trying to talk about the bread and the finances and stuff like that. I don't think that,
right. But it wasn't even Joe, it was the boy Rory. Rory was just like
the white guy. And no offense, Rory, I fucks with Rory.
Right, yeah, me too. Yeah. I mean, I like everybody on the joint.
Yeah, I like everybody.
Rory, he was just getting into like, well, if he produced or if he edited or did any engineered like those 89 episodes before they got like the deal with Barstool, like then he should be compensated for that.
Right,
but I mean, he agreed to do that though. That's what I'm saying.
But hold up. Before you even get to that part, I understand what Gilly's saying. Mind your business. You don't even know what's going on. You don't know exactly what's going on. You don't know exactly what the situation is. So why you even talking on it? And then once you talk about it, it leaves room for us to do what we do, speculate, and you dig what I'm saying? Like we don't know. Rory don't know the exact what happened, and he don't even. And then it don't make it better that even though he's in the culture, but it's like it's a whole different ballgame. Like you're not qualified to really speak on it.
Right. Yeah, I get what you're saying. So y'all saying that he's like he agreed to like produce it or like engineer it for free. He agreed to do it for free.
That's speculation.
Yeah, that's speculation. We don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what is that. I'm saying we speculate. Let's get this clear. We speculating. We only talking about it. We don't know what's facts for facts what happened. That's not actually what happened.
Confirmed. Yeah. I thought that was about to say, because if you agreed to do it for free, then like that's when you like that's what you said. Like you said that.
No,
so now
he wasn't doing it for free. Look, this is what happened. He was already all right, imagine. Let me break it down like this. Imagine we had a construction business or something, right? Or let me use Drew example, the podcast, right? And you didn't work, you didn't do nothing. All you did was record it. That's all you did. All your job was to do was to record it. Then I decide to go and put you in the episode. People fall in love with you and they like, come on. And I decide to cut you bread on it. Like, here go a couple dollars to jump in the episodes. Like, come on. And then it turned left. You go get a lawyer. Like, like, all right. I mean, you can sit back and use back to the motherfucking the recording. We don't need you to, we don't need all that. Like, we don't need the lawyers. There's too much shit going on over here anyway. We don't need the lawyers.
That's funny. You just go out and just get a lawyer out of nowhere. Like, oh yeah. So we try to talk shit.
Yeah, that's
like, like I understand.
But that's the crazy part about it though. Like you lawyered up on him over like I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to make it like minuscule, like it wasn't that serious, because to him, we don't know, it might have been that serious. But I'm just saying, you lawyer up. I can see if they was like, yo, listen, like, we not gonna pay you for the whole joint. We don't care what you're doing. Like, we still not paying you, even after they got the money. But my thing is, for them to double back and be like, yo, listen, that we understand what you did for us and stuff like that for us. Like, as far as the podcast, like, we gonna offer you this. You don't go get a lawyer though, man. Like, bro. Like,
he's like, lawyered up.
But for what it is worth, he is from Jersey because they talking about.
So what they got to do with anything, bro?
They just go. They on a different type time over there.
They cut differently. That's all. Not even on no negative type time. It's just like they different.
It's over there. He's from over the bridge. So like, what did Gilly and Wallow expect? Like,
Ant, this is my thing, right? You from Jersey, so.
I'm from North Philadelphia, boy.
No, you from Jersey.
You live in Jersey right now. So what's your take on it?
Bruh, I think it's some craziness, man. I mean, I don't know, like, all of the parts or whatever, but I felt like the guy, he felt like he had to get a lawyer for some type of reason. You know what I mean? If you're not all the way in it like that, and you just started on a humbug, I mean, you got to take what they're trying to give you. You know what I mean? Now, I mean, I do realize this, that, you know, people do got to pay people based off their value. You know what I mean? So maybe you felt like I was extra valuable coming to the show and I needed a lawyer. You know, this is business. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I agree with that. Like, if I'm bringing more views or money, they pay me for, you know what I'm saying, the attention that I bring to the podcast. But on the other hand, I feel like they did him a favor and he tried to capitalize off it like a rip. Like, he tried to come and make a power play. because he saw some longevity in it, and he tried to come in and like, all right, let me just grab my little 20% right quick. You know what I'm saying? So when this get to a certain place, I'm gonna have that tucked already. Like that's what it seemed like on the other hand. But I do get what you're saying. Like if I'm bringing more value to it, you know what I'm saying, compensate me, accordingly. I get that. But he did a little too much with the lawyer thing. He did a little too much for that.
But it's always good to have a good understanding of who you're dealing with. It's like, because at the end of the day, you gotta for them. He should have had it in his head though. Gilly should have known that, at the back end, that once Bull said that, I'm gonna get a look. But that's what happened though. Like once people start seeing the episodes and seeing he wasn't on there, then people start asking you where he at.
Yeah,
that's what made it a That's what even made it a whole thing. Like, you dig what I'm saying?
That's the value.
Yeah, people for you now. That's the value that you added.
That's the value.
Yeah.
Asking for you, that means that you bring it.
But look at this though, right? Ain't nobody know who that boy was, man.
At all.
Like no, like like you not bringing that much value to the joint because nobody knew who you was in the beginning.
All right.
And if you brought value to the joint, they wouldn't have been able to replace. They already replaced him.
Well,
they already got somebody.
That just means he wasn't bringing a lot of value. You know what I mean?
I mean, it wasn't. He was bringing something, but he just wasn't bringing that. You mean?
If he was bringing like some type of laughter, entertainment towards the to the audience, and I mean that's some type of value. I don't feel like he had to start with him. You know what I mean, to bring value. It just means that he brought some type of value. They liked his personality. They liked him. And it didn't work out, so they replaced his ass. That's how that was.
Right. And I feel the same way.
I think he tried to capitalize like too early. That's what I think. Instead of getting in there and building your audience, like really have people looking, then he tried to get in off rip and was like, all right, they fuck with me. It's lawyer time. You know what I'm saying? He did too much with that. That's the problem. Like he did way too much. He did way too much.
But yo, let me speak to that narrative right there, right? So a lot of times like transitioning just a little bit, but kind of the same idea. Like if you like a lot of times in music, like if a younger artist or anybody, like they're like not proposition, but they're like kind of offered a deal from a major label. A lot of times those deals aren't exactly what you expect them to be. Especially if you don't have like now especially if you don't have no following, like they're not always exactly what you expect them to be. Like you expect something big, and sometimes they don't offer you that. So, how like from all of your aspect, right? Like, would you rather like sign a bad deal just to get into the industry to like get your feet wet and then like slowly transition into like waiting for that bigger deal to come? Or would you just hold off and like not even do it?
I feel like you signing a bad deal, like it's because like these contracts that like you be signing when you get signed to a label, like it's like for X amount of years or for like this amount of songs, you know what I'm saying? So like for something like that, like it's like, all right, we'll sign you for this many songs or for like one album or something. Then yeah, I guess I would just to get myself that exposure. Because if they sign an artist, they're going to give you some type of exposure so that way they can make money off it. So I guess I mean, depending on like how bad the bad deal is, yeah, I guess I probably would just to get a little bit more exposure. You know what I'm saying? Just to up my stock a little bit to see what else would be presented to me later on once I'm already, you know what I'm saying, established. I think I probably would sign I don't like calling it a bad deal. I mean, I guess I would sign a less desirable deal so I can get my foot in the door. You know what I'm saying? Open up some more opportunities for myself. If we talking about music specifically, I would, yeah.
Would you?
Go ahead, Pat.
Me, I say it depends on the situation. Like, if you believe in yourself, hell no. Like, I will hold out. Like, because if you believe in yourself, you'll make a fortune believing in yourself. From what I've seen, like everybody who sat back and just did it and just went into their shit themselves, they held out and they came up. Like, but the bad deals, man. I mean, you know, like no attention. I mean, any attention is good attention. So, I mean, well, not any attention is good attention, but
in a certain
you get your foot in the.
I get what you said, Pat. In a certain
you get that attention. Yeah, you get your foot in the door. It opens you up to more opportunities to be able to get that bag. So you could take the slow grind approach. You know, I really think it depends on who you is. Like for certain people, it would be smarter to take the bag, the upfront bag. But for you know, for somebody who, you know, for the majority of the people, it's best to hold out. You know, because it's gonna be a better deal. If you got that one, then somebody ready to give you a better deal.
Yeah,
always.
What you think, Ant?
Yeah, what you think, Ant?
Hey, Quon. Hey, Quon, funny as hell, bro. Like somebody was making noise in his background, and he was looking like,
bro.
Quon, you got me drawing, bro.
Bro, because somebody rolled past on a dirt bike, like it's just drawing. Like I can't.
I don't know if y'all seen his face, but he was just like,
nah, I seen him.
We going to see it. We going to see it.
I ain't know if y'all heard it or not. I'm like, oh no. I'm like,
I gotta start like setting up something to where I can, because it'd be so much little funny shit that people just that you just catch about motherfuckers.
Right.
So what you think, Ant? What you feel?
Yeah, would you sign the deal that's like, you know, like a bad deal or like desirable, or would you wait?
Yeah, call that shit what it is, a bad deal.
Yeah, it's a bad
360,
deal.
Nigga. Nigga, would you sign a 360?
well, I feel like
yeah, all right, yeah. Now let's use that narrative. Let's use that narrative back. And would you sign a 360?
Well, see, that's different because I don't know what 360 is, bro.
All right, so
can you explain what a 360 is?
Let's just say this, right? So let's say I'm the label. All right, you come to me as an artist. Let's say you got 1,000 followers on Instagram. You got 2,000 on Twitter. You got 2,000 on Facebook, and you got 100,000 on YouTube, right? So I see that as a label, and I say, hey, listen, looking at, you know, your numbers and stuff like that, like we're gonna offer you 500,000 for 3 albums, right? And then the deal is a 360 deal, though. So I'm going to take money from your touring. I'm going to take money from your merch. I'm going to take money from your deals that you get, like your brand deals, like whether it be Nike, Reebok, Adidas. I'm gonna take money. I'm gonna take money from everything that you do, right?
No, sir. Can't go.
So would you? so my question is,
would you give you all right? Hold up, cousin. This the amount. Somebody gave you 1.6 million, but in the 360 deal. 1.6 million, and in the deal that Drew just said, everything your merch. If you blow up, everything comes back to them. It ain't just the 1.6. You got to pay them back like 3.6, like with interest.
I can't do that, man. I can't do that. So here's what I would do, right? So it depends on exactly what am I trying to accomplish. Like if I'm trying to build my own thing, then I would try to negotiate with him to try to get like because there's a contract or whatever, right, Drew? Like there's like a length on the contract. So I would be like, look, I'll sign like if I'm
normally it's albums. Normally it's how many albums.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would try to do something like this, like, look, I'll give y'all, if I'm just trying to go after like money, then I would be like, yeah, I'm cool. I would take whatever y'all trying to throw at me. But if I'm trying to build my own thing in the future, I would be like, look, I'll do 2 albums for y'all, right? And then after these 2 albums, I'm out, and I would make the albums real fast. I mean, all stuff or whatever. Make the album.
But by doing that, right? If the label hears that, they be like, "Well, we not supporting that album," especially if they not really rocking with it like that.
If they
not gonna get behind it and support it.
Because number one, you gotta make that advance back. I already gave you advance 1.6 million. You gotta at least sell whatever albums you make. You gotta at least give me that back before you get out of anything.
Right.
But
after that,
I'm not doing none of that, then, man.
I'm giving you, but listen, I'm giving you a bag up front. I'm giving you an advance for 1 point. For 1 point right now. I'm giving that to you right now, guaranteed money.
You know what though? Because I'm not really. I'm more of a a long-term person. So I'm not really focused on like the money per se. That's why I was saying like it depends on what my mindset was. So if I was just looking for the money, I would take whatever they would throw at me. But I'm more of a long-term person, so I would literally try to negotiate because again, I feel like most of these record labels, they do help, the artists get more exposure, right? But I would try to, leverage that, like, and try to.
How you gonna leverage that with you not having the following? Because they're gonna give you the following.
Remember, he said you got 1,000 followers. You just made your mixtape. You got 8 songs on your mixtape. You know what I mean? You a SoundCloud rapper.
Only got 8 songs, bro.
8 songs. You a SoundCloud rapper with 1.6. I'm giving you 1.6 million. You signing that bitch or what?
I can't go.
I'm trying to negotiate, like, because here's the thing. I know there's a certain aspect as far as like masters, like whether you own your masters. Me personally, I'm negotiating whether, I want all of my money from my tours. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of like artists can make a lot of money from their tours. I feel like that most of them, that's how they do make their money.
That's the flip side.
I think that's money from
label.
That's the flip side. Now, and now listen, this is the flip side. Now, imagine you touring. You just signed in July. And you touring, you making your money back. Now, you signed to 360, right? Then the Rona hit. You can't even you can't even do concerts. Then what? Then what do you do?
Bad joint. That dude just don't sound good at all.
No, that's a bad joint right there. That Rona hit and you just signed that deal. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, every song you make, that joint better be on TikTok, bro. Like, for real. That's the only way you're making that money.
He said the kids better love that song.
I got a question though, right? So what amount of money would you guys take for somebody to be able to...
Y'all ain't even asked me my opinion though.
Oh, what you did?
What would you do? Would you take the
What's your
look, right? This is the reason why I asked.
Hold that thought, Ed. Hold that thought. Because you feel like you're getting ready to say something.
But this is the reason why I asked that, right? Is because, like me, I would go in with a plan. Like, yeah, my plan is long term, but right now, like, I gotta get there because even if I believe in myself, I may not get another opportunity where it's easier for me to get into the door. Like, once I get in the door, I'm already confident in what I can do. I know what I can do. But once I get in that door and I show them, then once we work out like the details, let's just say I do sign that 1.6 for, with a 360 deal, right? And I give them 3 albums, and all of them is fire. Either I can go back and renegotiate and then re-up to get the bigger bag, or I could go somewhere else and get a bigger bag. But at that point in time, I got the followers, I got the fans, and I got the numbers to prove it. Hey, listen, like you seen what I did on the last joint. Like, you might as well go ahead and drop that bag off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like you see the numbers, you see the streams, you see the followers. Like, I got the fan support and everything. So
that's an interesting perspective.
Like,
you basically the same thing.
Slow grinding it. Pause. Slow grinding.
Pause.
Like that. Yeah, it may take you maybe a good 10. Let's say 10 years to be where you want to be, versus you signing that deal and you could cut that in half. Maybe let's say it may take you 5 years to be exactly where you want to be. Like, you got to figure out, which one you want to do. Like on the other instance, I should say, you go independent. You'll make the money, and then you'll keep all of the money.
Yeah,
like Nipsey.
So right.
But before Nipsey just went independent though. Like he wasn't always independent.
Right. I think he signed with Epic first. I think he was with Epic first.
Wasn't he signed to Epic before he died?
No, he was signed to Atlantic.
He had a
deal
though, didn't he?
He had a joint venture.
Yeah, he probably had a joint thing with him, but
yeah.
He was one of the niggas that figured it out early though. But what you was about to say, I got a topic too on this that I want to ask y'all about.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. What amount of money would y'all let somebody do whatever to y'all significant other?
Wait, whoa.
Yo, what are you on?
No amount of money. No.
Yo, y'all, hold on, wait. No, hey, y'all never seen, it's this old school movie, right? It's called, it's not big. My mom used to record some crazy movies back in the day. It was this I think Drew might know what I'm talking about. It was this one movie with this white couple, right? And they was at the casino, and the bull liked the bull wife, and he was like, "Look, I'll pay you this amount of money for me to have your wife for a night." And they went up on the deal because they needed the money. I forgot. It's not Basic Instinct. It's called I know.
Oh, man, I think I know what you're talking about.
Sade song was I think it was like one of the main songs on the soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm too much. I wasn't a movie watcher like that. Especially the movies your mom had.
More than that. I'm trying to think.
Man, that sounds so familiar. That sounds so familiar. I'm trying to think of the name now.
But answer the
Indecent Proposal. That's what it's called.
Indecent Proposal? Yeah.
So go ahead.
No. Nothing.
So if somebody offered you $500 million to have your girl for a night.
No.
So you're asking
me? I got principles. No, you go offer me a zillion. No, hell no. If she gonna cheat on me, she just gonna cheat on me. I ain't letting my business. No, hell no, nigga. That's exactly how I would have told them.
Hold up.
Keep saying that.
Nigga, for 500 zillion, nigga, I'm not letting no.
Okay.
No.
What would you do, Quon?
Now, you gotta think. Now, I get what Pat's saying. I'm a very prideful person. But you saying no now, but when you really present it with that, you're not gonna be on that type time. You feel me? You're gonna be go ahead.
No, but I didn't give up 500 million. I got 500 million, but I feel like a straight sucker now. Like I can't buy my feelings. You can't buy like
bro. Okay, but think about
you got all these bitches with all this money, but you still feel like damn. I feel like a sucker. Like nigga just ran down on my bitch with some money.
Think about it.
This is wifey too. This is white. This your wife.
This my wife. No, hell no.
And how you feel about it and all that stuff. But think about it like this. All he's saying is that he's willing to pay that amount for it. So you don't think they're going to be mad that you like, no, you're not about to do that. So either she's going to leave you and go do it anyway, or y'all could both benefit from it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the type of nigga that I gotta think about that. Like I gotta live with that. Like once I didn't spend. What's the money? Once I didn't had the money and got bored of the money, then I gotta sit back and look at myself in the mirror and go, damn, yo, you a nut ass nigga, yo. You got this money because you let your bitch get fucked. You a nut ass. You one crazy boy.
Was your wife a virgin before you married her?
Nah, well.
Who cares? I never even thought about that.
Because at the end of the day, if you think about it, any other dude that she was with before me was way too many at that point. If you think about it,
but she is
benefit from it.
Yeah, he got a point though. He
right. He right. But I'm saying, I know I'm the type of nigga that gotta I know how I gotta live with myself. I know how my conscience is. That's why I could never probably kill nobody for no reason. Cause I gotta.
Pat. Wait. Quon, what is your answer? That's what I want to know. What is your answer?
So honestly,
how much money? All right.
Oh, wait. Before you answer that question, are you around anyone
anybody
that would incriminate this answer that you're about to give?
No.
Okay. Now you can answer the question.
So from what I heard, the original question was what was the amount? Because he did give an amount. Are we speaking from that amount that he gave, or are we speaking from the amount that I would give?
No, I'm the one. I set the bar saying no amount. Like I just said,
okay,
right there. So 100,000. Your wife.
1,000?
No. Wait. So in the movie, I think he offered the couple $1 million, if I'm not mistaken. I just said
for a night.
Yeah, for a night, and she took it. They took it.
That's what I'm saying. She's gonna take it regardless. That's what I'm saying.
Take that million?
They both agreed, but I get what you're saying though, Quon.
So Quon, you gonna be able to live with your wife knowing that you let her get piped down for $1 million?
See, why you gotta add the extras, bro? He talking about why you gotta add the extras?
So when you after that night when your wife come home and you laying in the bed with her, how you gonna feel?
I'm gonna feel $1 million.
You got that milli, but you know you go to pipe, you ain't even gonna want to hit no. You gonna be like, I'm disgusted with you, like.
How, bro? If that was the case, it would be like that from the beginning of the relationship. If she wasn't a virgin when y'all first started talking, with that logic, it would be
no. It's not that mean that money. That's a different. But that's before she even met me. That's before she consciously even knew me. You dig what I'm saying? I would be looking at it like I don't even want a bitch that would even take money to you. If you don't love me enough to be able to say ain't no amount of money to be able to take that make me hit you. You shouldn't even be my wife anyway. You feel what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Like, I want my wife to have had the same type time to be like, man, no, it's no amount of money that I'm going to do to sleep with another man. Because I'm looking at it like it ain't amount of money that I'm going to. But me, if it was me.
Let me ask you this question, bro. If your wife went out, she accepted that joint, and the man like just killed. He killed. She came back in the crib limping. You telling me in your soul you gonna be cool with that Millie sitting in your bank after homie killed your
No,
wife?
he's not. No, he's not.
I never said I would be okay. Like, I had that conscience, so I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna be. It's going to weigh on my conscience. It's going to weigh on my conscience for sure.
It's going to ruin your whole relationship. You going to die miserable because you decided to take $1 million.
and let homie catch your wife.
Is you in a situation to answer this one?
Huh? Oh yeah. I can answer.
Yeah, I can answer.
Here's what I wanted to ask you real quick though, Pat, because I see where you're coming from, but let me ask you this though. Have you ever been with a female and she cheated on you?
Yeah.
All right.
Have you taken her back?
Yeah, that's another.
It was hard. It was very hard.
Okay, so go take her back and she did it for free. But this is a bag we talk about. A big bag, Patrick. This is serious. Listen to what he said though. He said, all right, now the reason why I took her back is because I was doing the same thing. I'm just as wrong as her. She not wrong. She going by what she doing, but I could see if she was just doing her, or I was doing me too. So we both wrong. So I couldn't help but take her back. Now if it's in this situation, I didn't do nothing, and a homie just say, boom, I got $1 million to kill your wife. No, nigga. No.
Wait, you said like, it's not nobody you know though, Pat.
No, still no. Cause I'm still, like I said, the same.
I can't do it.
Cause I had my answer until you added that extra element to the narrative. He killed. She come home off one.
She come home,
and then it's like, what's more valuable to you at that point? You know what I'm saying? That aspect you already.
But but this the thing though, right? You got some dudes that's into that type of thing.
Yeah,
you do.
Yeah,
like they be cool with that. Yeah, they weirdos, but I'm just saying, like, they cool with that.
You got swingers. You do it for no money.
I can't. Me personally, I can't. Somebody, you cannot pay me no type of money to come kill my wife, and I'm cool with it, bro. Like, no type of money, like, none. Like, none. Like, forever. Every time you walk down the street and somebody see, like, yo, like, let's just say you out somewhere and you see him, be like, yo, I just killed boy wife for $1 million. Like, I can't.
No, look, everybody. All right, man. This is my thing. Quon, you cut out, brother. Imagine somebody be like, "Hey, what's your key to success? What was your your road to success?" You just gotta think that. You just gotta be like,
you gotta love.
Look.
You gotta let somebody kill your wife.
You sit back. You going to sit back and ponder on it. You gonna be like. Man, I sold waters.
Nah.
I opened up a water business. Whole time in your head, you like, damn, I let this business get killed. I let my wife get killed. Like, like my kids gotta. I know I gotta look at my kids some type of way now. Like, like I gotta look at my.
I can't, bro. I can't do it, man.
No,
I know in the movie, like they was really contemplating that jump because the boy he stepped up to him like real nice with it. You know what I mean? He was like, "Look, man, you know, I'm really fond of your wife, And, you know, I would love to, you know, just take her out on a date for a night. You know what I mean? And he was like, well, I'm willing to pay you this amount of money. And of course, the boy at first was just like, the boy was just like, nah, I'm not with that. And then the wifey was the one that started talking like, well, look, we kind of do need the money. You know what I mean?
Once you did that, it would have been like, oh, okay, I know what this is. Go ahead. We not married no more. We not married no more anyway.
I say this though, it depends on like with why, you know, with like you got a commitment with wifey. If I was with like my girlfriend, somebody who I was like, if I was young and I was with my girlfriend.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Like,
for sure. Go ahead, kill. I don't even care, bro.
Go ahead, kill it. Yeah.
I get another one.
Yeah, like I'll buy another bitch. Like I be in my feelings, but when there's kids involved and time involved and stuff like that, it's too much to do. You know what I mean? Like I gotta deal with this person for the rest of my life. You gotta think about that consciously, like,
right.
And they make you think about like, bitch, I should beat you the fuck up, right? I should get you right now, man, because you just, you know what I mean. And then, nah, man, I can't do that. But that was a very decent question. So this was the question I was going to ask y'all, right? So, say for instance, y'all had all these records, right? Like the Dream wrote a bunch of songs. Like he you know what I mean? By the time he 50, 60, he gonna be babyface level. Like, you dig what I'm saying? Would you sell your masters right now for knowing how much they will be worth for 30 years? He sold all his masters, all the songs he owned for like 30 million.
I don't know about that because you can get paid off your masters like for a lifetime, right? Like that goes to your kids when you die and all of that.
That go every year, even after that, beyond that. Like as long as somebody play that, oh, there you go. As long as somebody playing that song, you getting paid off of it.
I can't do that. I can't do that. Let ask Quon because he wasn't here.
Hey, Quon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Before we even get up to the new topic, I've had some time during my brief intermission to think. With the narrative added into it. I agree with Pat and Drew. I don't know if I'd be able to do it because he is getting killed. That was one. That hurt.
Hold on, let's make it clear. I said the same thing. You talk about just Pat and Drew.
No.
He said I said the same thing.
He said the same thing. Why are your cabinets open?
Yeah, I didn't give an answer yet. So like I said, I changed my answer, but y'all gave me a new way to think about it, and I don't think I'd be able to do it.
Yeah, this your wife?
I don't think I'd be able to do
it. Yeah, that's your wife.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
No.
Huh?
No, Kwame already just said he's gonna pimp his wife up.
No, I didn't give a definitive answer yet. That was the thought process that y'all saw just now.
Like, you know, pimp my ride, I'm gonna pimp my wife.
Right, so Pat, what was that question you asked again?
All right, so the question I was asking was Dream. Dream wrote a bunch of songs. He got heat behind y'all. I know you know all the music kids know, but Kwame, if you didn't know, that Dream, you know what a Dream is, right?
Yeah.
That nigga wrote a lot of songs. He wrote a bunch of hits. He wrote shit like
"Love Your Girl," "Love Your Girl," right? That's what.
That's the base. That's his songs. That's basic. He wrote
umbrella for
He wrote Beyonce. He wrote Beyonce's
$1+1.
He wrote Who Run the World.
Yeah.
No. My bad. No. He wrote Single Ladies. My bad.
Yeah.
He wrote Single Ladies. That's one of the big that's one of the most dopest things you could think of. Like, even though that's a pause on his part.
That's a super pause. That's a super pause, but that's not nearly as pause as Lil Yachty. Lil Yachty got a chip.
No, but I knew that when I heard that City Girls song. I knew that a boy wrote that. I knew that them bitches there right there.
He's scared for that all the way out of pocket.
You know what though? Like I know a lot of y'all be like, I'll be like, yo, he crazy for that because he wrote a song for a woman. But they don't even, most of them songwriters don't look at it like that. They look at it.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
But when I heard the song by the City Girls, I knew that the bars was the way the bars was set up, I knew that it was from a man's perspective. That girls don't even look at themselves that way. You dig what I'm saying? All right, so the question I was asking was, he sold all his masters for $30 million. Would you did that?
Yeah.
You wouldn't?
Yeah.
Me personally, man, I like passive income. I like knowing money is coming like every month instead of me just getting a big, large amount of money in one amount of time. You see what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's more because you get like the royalties from all of your masters and stuff for a lifetime, correct? Like it just keeps going. Like it can go to my kids or whatever.
Yeah, you get your masters, but like Michael Jackson still getting paid and he did. You dig what I'm saying? Like as long as they play your song, you getting paid. Like as soon as you play, like if you go to play Beat It right now, Michael Jackson is getting paid.
Yeah.
Because when you said The Dream wrote them songs, I'm thinking you're talking about his own personal songs.
No, I'm talking about the songs he wrote. Like he wrote Single Ladies. He wrote like all the Single Ladies. He wrote that joint with for Hove. Like baby, it's amazing I'm in this place with you. I just can't crack. The nigga wrote.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. But all right, so is there anything that you still hear today? Or that niggas is touring with today?
What? Like, what you mean? Like,
yo, this boy wrote Dangerously in Love, yo.
He's a
who that? The Dream?
Yes.
Yo, that nigga is a beast.
Oh, yeah, he the truth.
Yeah.
I ain't know that.
He wrote
1+1 from Beyonce.
He wrote 1+1?
Yeah.
He wrote EXO from Beyonce off of Lemonade.
Yeah.
They're doing that.
Hold up, wait. Do y'all listen to the Dream music, like his personal music, like his personal songs, like
all them snap?
Some of them.
Bull got some. That's probably the only R&B artist I probably go in my car and go bang and blast his shit. Like he got some hitters, like.
But the reason why I would say I would do that is because I mean he only 42.
Right.
He ain't that old.
Right.
Right.
He got a lot of more, even if that ain't even like a correct term, but he has a lot more like music to get out.
Yeah.
He
just wrote on the Savage.
He wrote Justin Bieber's Baby, Baby, Baby. Yes, nigga.
I did not.
Nigga, he wrote some shit, bro. It's a bunch of shit that you gonna be like.
Yo, he said
Sean Garrett too. Sean Garrett is another nigga.
Yeah, Sean Garrett wrote some. He wrote a lot of hits, yo.
Yo, I did not know that.
Sean Garrett.
Dang,
Sean Garrett Sean Garrett got some hitters. What he wrote? This nigga Sean Garrett. What he write that had me fucked up? I can't think of it right now.
Y'all ever heard of like? I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Like, what's the boy that came out? He was like, "Yo, I'm gay."
Lil Nas X.
No, not him. Not that other.
You knew that boy.
Frank Ocean?
Yeah, Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean is the beast.
Yeah,
Frank Ocean.
Yeah, bro.
We just talking strictly on like songwriting type time. Like him and like also another guy y'all probably never even heard of is James Fauntleroy.
Oh man! Oh my God!
What's his name?
James Fauntleroy.
James Fauntleroy. Fauntleroy.
It's a weird last name. Let's not, put too much time into it.
I'll find them.
Butchering his name.
What was the other guy's name that was battling? They had a lot of hits.
Oh, he was battling T-Pain?
No, he was battling
Who, Neo?
Yeah.
Jonte Austin?
Yeah, he had some shit, bro. He had some shit.
Yeah.
No, that's what I meant.
But the ultimate battle was Babyface and motherfucking and Teddy Riley. No, Teddy Riley.
I didn't see that.
Bro. Who, Brian McKnight?
No, who did he battle? Because didn't he battle somebody on live too with like hits or whatever?
Who cares?
Yo, I think before that battle Neo, I think he kind of beat him though. I ain't even gonna.
Yeah, he did.
I think he beat him, but I think they called it a draw. But I was like,
yeah. I mean, when you start playing Aaliyah,
yeah,
it's a tough night, bro.
Yeah, it's a tough night. Man. It's gonna be hard to beat that, win that crowd. Yeah. Like you, like I said, but Richard Caller had them Beyonce hits. Them Dream had them doing smacking back to back. He was smacking Sean Garrett. Sean Garrett got him at the end. Like Sean Garrett had some shit.
I gotta check him out. I know Sean Garrett was like that though.
No, Sean Garrett. What? I didn't even. Sean Garrett is he one of the main hitters, bro. He could honestly could have probably beat Neo.
You think so?
What, bro? Like behind the scenes, bro. This nigga wrote a lot. What's the song that you with that? I'm about to name a song that you probably didn't. You never would have thought this nigga wrote.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Damn. You near anybody near their computer? I don't got an extra phone to look up. It's like, what he write?
Who?
Sean Garrett.
Yeah, I was looking that up. I don't really see a whole lot, but I know he wrote what's that album that Beyonce had?
Oh yeah, he wrote all early Beyonce, yep.
Yeah, like the Video Phone, I'm a Diva, like he wrote them Jones.
Yeah, he wrote Soldier. He wrote he wrote like a lot of he wrote Soldier.
That was Destiny Child then.
Yeah, he wrote Kelly Rowland shit.
Yeah, I gotta check him out. Like, yeah, he's on another level.
He wrote damn, what else he write?
What's his name?
Sean Garrett, the nigga who y'all remember when I loving you when I love you. That nigga right there. But that nigga, he got some hitters, bro. He's one of the top niggas. Him Dream of our era, like of our generation, him and Dream and Neo and the boy Javante Austin, them niggas is some hitters. I ain't gonna lie.
I will say this though, bro. Like, I know you was talking about like doing like the 360 deals. I wouldn't mind coming out with like one hot song and just being like a one-hit wonder though. I feel like it's a lot of like one-hit wonders that's just
that's doing good, right?
Yeah. Fetty Wap not a one-hit wonder. But like what's his name? Trinidad James, I think his name is.
Trinidad James. That's my man. I fuck with Trinidad.
Who else? Like Fetty Wap not a one-hit wonder, but I feel like he could have been around a lot longer than what he was.
I don't know.
That's what I feel like.
I feel like his only trick was that whole little delivery with that.
Like the way he harmonized, yeah.
Yeah, like that harmonized. Like that's gonna get old after a while. You know what I mean?
Right.
I had to come work.
All right. This a good transition in the what we was set to talk about the guy that got shot by the father and the son. What y'all think about that?
The jogger, right?
Yeah, I don't know. You got to explain on that, John, because I don't know much.
Yeah, I don't know much about that story.
Hey, Drew, you know any about it? About that?
The report of the two. I'm about to call them perpetrators.
The two perpetrators running down the street.
But the two the two guys that
two assailants.
the two assailants. The vigilantes. The two vigilantes.
They have reported saying that in that area there was like, you know, some houses being broken into or something, some BS that they made up. And he was coming from work, I think, and he was like jogging home. And like they seen him around that area. And so when they seen him, like I guess they had drove past him and then they stopped. And then from them stopping, I think the son jumped out. And then, because I didn't really see it, I just seen like, you know, it was like the news was just like walking you through like the still frames, not like the video, but just the shots of it. Right. And, you know, I think he was wrestling with the son. The son grabbed the guy. And then I guess, you know, he started beating up the son, the Ahmad. Ahmad started, yo.
Question. Why did he start fighting his son? Like, I'm not understanding. Like, he was jogging and then next thing he was just fighting his son.
Well, the son, I guess they, because the son and the dad was together. Right. And I guess they had, you know, drove past them because they seen him jogging and they stopped. Mm-hmm. Like further up ahead of him. So when Ahmad had caught up, mm-hmm. the son jumped out. And I guess he like, you know, kind of confronted him and asked him, you know, whatever. I don't know.
So he caught a citizen's arrest?
Pretty much.
They basically
pretty much. But
minded somebody else.
He didn't do that because the pop jumped out. I guess he jumped out the car, jumped in the back of the pickup truck and shot him.
And killed him.
This was Atlanta?
This was in Georgia. This was probably outside Atlanta. It was in one of them little it was in Georgia for sure though.
So what happened to the son and the father?
Oh, they in jail.
All right, let me tell this part of the story. All right, now it took 50 days for him to get arrested because at first they went with they went with the narrative that he was trespassing on the construction property and it was self-defense and they was trying to so of course the media got involved, and once the media got involved, the Georgia the Georgia feds basically stepped in and wound up locking them up. Now, I was watching an interview today from the guy who owned the construction property, who video camera they caught it on. The guy was 2 hours away, so he couldn't. He said he did not tell those two dickheads that he was a burglar or that anything. He was on a property. They did have him on camera on a property trespass. They had him on camera, but he didn't take anything. He didn't do nothing. He had already left.
Right.
The guy, they never even knew that he was on camera because the guy was 2 hours away. And that's the camera footage that everybody see now. They see that he was in there. He never took nothing. They said it on the news today that the guy who owned the house said it on the news today. He never took anything. He never suspected him of stealing or anything. It never was no burglaries in the neighborhood. The only neighbor, they said that it was a lot of burglaries going on in the neighborhood. The only burglary that happened in the neighborhood was a gun was stolen, and a gun was stolen from the twins. I mean, the father and son that killed them. So they reported the only burglary in the neighborhood for years. Like it was never been a burglary in that neighborhood in years.
Hold up. The father and son stole a gun?
They had a gun stolen.
But you know why it took them so long to catch them though? Because they knew the judge, or they knew one of the not the judge, she was a councilwoman or something like that.
And
bro, he's so mad because like that's people just gotta learn how to like mind their business, like trying to stop.
But the press on their ass
and all of that, like I hate shit like that. That shit makes me so mad. Like niggas be trying to stop people.
But see, I hate the attention they give them because you go ahead on white racist people helping them out, giving them lawyer money, donating.
Stand. And I seen this video too, like specifically about that situation. Like it was this white dude. He was like jogging around his neighborhood or whatever. He said he was jogging for 2 miles. He had a TV with him. Like he was jogging with a TV in his hand. He had no shirt on. He had on like a bandana and shit. White dude, old white dude. He said he jogged for 2 miles and nobody.
In the same. Nobody said shit to him.
Running with a TV. He said nobody said nothing. He was jogging for 2 hours.
Imagine you go imagine my black ass go, because y'all light skin. These two niggas at the bottom light skin. Imagine my black ass go jogging. Me and Ant go jogging. Imagine Ant. You see Ant ass jogging.
With a bandana on, no shirt.
with no shirt. With no shirt, with a bandana on, with a TV in his neighborhood.
They gonna think I stole.
Bro,
they're calling the cops on them.
You are getting apprehended immediately.
Wait, I got
they ask you.
Question. Well, like what? Like you said, he was jogging with a TV. Like is what type of TV is this, bro?
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't jogging with no TV. The white boy just was jogging.
No, I'm talking about from the video. You talking about from the video?
No, I'm talking
about the white boy was jogging. The boy that got killed didn't even have no TV. He didn't
have no TV.
That's what I'm talking about. He was talking about the white dude had a TV.
He had like a little 30-inch.
Yeah, it was like a little Roku joint.
Oh.
It wasn't that big. It was like a flat screen Roku joint. He was just running with it. You know what I'm saying? He had no shirt on, had a bandana on. He was just jogging. He said he jogged for 2 miles. Nobody even, you know what I mean, looked his way.
Okay. He wasn't watching the TV though.
He was running with it. He was running.
I'm about to say, if he said he was watching the TV, something wrong with it. He was a little. He trying to run something off.
No, yeah. He was basically trying to say that a white dude could run through the neighborhood and nothing happened. But
yeah,
that's crazy.
He was running with that bitch like this, like.
What a TV?
In my mind, like, wait, he thought he was watching TV while he was jogging. Like, bro, go hop on the treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, something is wrong. That ain't it. But yeah, that's not right though. That's not right. Like I felt that video of the old head that I saw like that meant something. Like that proved it right there. You feel me? Like that. It was a race thing. You know what I'm saying? Which is not surprising. At least it shouldn't be to nobody.
And it's crazy though. That's the crazy part that is not surprising. Like that's the most surprising part. That's the surprising part that nobody is surprised.
Like
nobody even cares.
Like at the end of the day, man, people just need to let people. I don't feel like people have the right to be taking somebody else's life, man. Like that's God's decision. You understand what I'm saying? Like nobody's taking nobody else's life. So, I'm also kind of against the whole, the whole capital punishment thing as far as like them going in jail. Like, nobody has, no human being can decide whether to take somebody's life. You see what I'm saying? Like you do something that wrong, you gotta sit in jail, bro.
Yeah, I'm accountable. I'm against capital punishment as well.
I'm not even with that. You know what I mean? Like y'all just need to just.
How about y'all?
The people.
I feel like
even if somebody rape, like do the most craziest rape thing to rape a thing for a killer kids.
I'm saying like I feel like
y'all think they should be killed.
I feel like
that's happening now.
It really depends on if they like, because at the end of the day, if you in jail, you still got people that got to bring you food. You still got people that got to do, you know what I'm saying? Like if they're a danger, you know what I'm saying, to people that's around them, you feel me? Like, because I remember Ant was telling me like a while ago, like he was saying that like they had this prisoner in jail and he had no type of social interaction with any other type of humans. You feel me? Or any other type of people. I don't know why I say humans like that. But
type of punishment for me.
You remember he was telling me about that? He was saying like, if he don't get some type of socialization with other people, he was just going to try to kill every person that he saw so that they could take, like he said that, so they could take him out the hole. Like, what if it was like on that type time? Like, soon as he see a person, he just go right at him, try to kill him. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he should. I don't think he deserved to die. I don't think nobody deserved to die from the hands of another man.
About a murderer at this point. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about a
don't
murderer.
matter. It don't. To me, like I said, like what Ed said, like you, even if he went and raped a joint full of babies, I still don't deserve that. Nobody should deserve to die in the hand.
I mean, I agree.
Be that to the universe.
The way I'm looking at it
let
is
the
like,
universe deal with them.
You're going to suffer more by sitting in jail. That's what I think. I think you're going to suffer more by being in jail.
Yeah, what else can you
do? What you did? You feel me? This is what I'm about to
say. I think death is the easy way out. Like, you giving somebody a whole start over.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to suffer more in jail. So yeah, I feel like they should probably just sit in there for what they did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think death is more scary. Is more scarier because it's the unknown. Like, you know, that's what make death row as scary as it is, because it's not. Let's get it straight. Dying. Who came back and said dying was hard? Like, nobody never said that. Like, nobody never said it was easy. So we don't know what it is.
How you feel about that?
Know, what?
For capital punishment?
Yeah.
I was about to come on here like Rob. I was just pretty much saying that I don't think that it should be done. I know, like, you know, most people are not going to agree with that viewpoint. They believe that if, you know, if you harm something innocent like a child or something like that, then, you know, they don't want to hear about, you know, a person's like mental state or mental sickness or, you know, mental health. They don't want to hear about that. Like, they think that that person, you know, deserves to get capital punishment and, you know, by dying. But I mean, there's plenty of people out there that might think the same way as that person, but we'll never know. So,
right,
you know, I don't know. Like, I don't agree with it. And like, it depends on the terms. Like, somebody like that, I can go with you. They probably might need to die. But like, if you got somebody that may have like struggled like in the past, like as far as they upbringing, and they go out and they just start like just doing anything, like killing, mass murders, whatever. And, you know, they want to give that person capital punishment, but maybe they kid might have died, or maybe their wife might have committed, you know, not committed, maybe their wife may have, you know, killed themselves or whatever. You don't never know. Like, people's like, you know, personal things that like tick them off, and, you know, that might send them over the edge to do what they did. But I mean, capital punishment, I mean, stuff can be handled another way, to me.
No, yeah, I agree that mental health plays a role in like people's behavior. I know that for sure. I know that plays a role in it. So I feel like we should take that into consideration. But I like what Pat was saying earlier. Like, I agree with that, like 100%. I feel like that's the easy way out. Like, you're gonna suffer more. Like, you're gonna learn. Like, you're gonna suffer more going to jail. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna suffer more going to jail. Like, I feel like they should just go to jail and just sit in there. So I mean, that makes sense. Coming like
me personally,
taking their life. If you think about it, you taking their life. You feel me? But killing.
Me personally, and I look at jail as a place of rehabilitation. Like, you know, it's certain people that go to, like, they need to be in jail for rehabilitation. Like, certain non-violent crimes, I think that it should, jail and a rehabilitation place should be two different things that they should go to. Like, if you're really trying to rehabilitate somebody and trying to get somebody to learn and trying to get somebody on the right page, you send them somewhere else, rather than sending somebody to jail with somebody who did commit a murder or who did create like a, you know what I mean, like, you know, did something that, you know, that we all couldn't agree, you know, messing with somebody innocent is the wrong thing. But where Drew's point was, where where it always stems from a psychological point. Like hurt people hurt other people. So I think that we shouldn't write off those people in our society. I think we should, care about their mental health more versus saying, all right, fuck it, let's kill them.
Right.
Like, which sick motherfucker even thought of capital punishment? Like, who thought of that? Like,
I think it was something that they put in place like a long time ago, back when we was dealing with like the whole civil rights and stuff like that. Like, I think it was something that was put in place a while ago, and I also believe like capital punishment is not approved in all states. Like, I believe it's not that allows.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not. No. It's not proved here, I don't think.
Yeah, so I mean, me personally, man, I would want to hear from what the audience is. What's y'all take on any of these topics that we talked about in this podcast tonight? If y'all got any questions, if y'all got any topics, ideas that y'all want us to talk about, I invite y'all to go down in the comment and let us know what y'all want to talk about.
And always inviting somebody to do something.
Yeah. I always say that. I don't know why, but
you always say that in your videos. I invite y'all.
Yeah, I invite you. I mean,
he was invite the show.
He was an inviting type of motherfucker.
He was an inviting ass nigga.
And everybody share it, and watch the video all the way full through. Like, watch it to the end, and if y'all really like the topics, interact with us. We'll interact with y'all. Follow us on the gram, Bro.
On social media. Yeah.
And follow the different content that we're gonna put out. We're gonna in all the different stuff we're gonna put out. We're gonna put out a lot of content over the next year. So definitely follow up on the stories.
Mm-hmm.
Drew, what you gotta say? Huh? Yeah. Do what they say.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with everybody. Follow me on the gram at DrewSay_U_say. Everybody's information will probably be flashed against the screen. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell at the right of your screen. Hit that bell so that y'all know when we actually do upload a video, so y'all can be able to see it and share the video.
Yeah, share it with your friends for sure, definitely. Share it with other people. We want to hear y'all topics. At the end of the day, we talking, we giving our opinion. We want to hear y'all's too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely, comment what you think. Anything you disagree with, anything you agree with, let us know. You know what I'm saying? We trying to learn at the end of the day.
And share what's our next topic should be. Whatever our next topic should be, y'all just let us know in the comments, and we'll discuss it.
Yo, Quon, funniest
clown. Yo, come on, bro. What's up?
The funniest
piece. This is the rule. This is the popular rule right here.
Yo, this nigga face is
Yeah, I think we're going to end it at that, y'all. So stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see y'all next time.
Yep. Gang.